Story of Jonah is more than just a fish. As a child, I used to think that the miracle was that he lived in a fish and that he came out and was alive. But the miracle is actually that God answered his prayers and rebuked him and gave him a second chance. Jonah actually disobeyed God, did not follow what his command was. He was punished or disciplined. I ended up in a sea, a very big storm. The people on the boat ended up throwing him overboard because they knew that God was mad at him. So they were like, if we throw him overboard, then we can live. So then a fish actually ate Jonah. Jonah prayed to God, asking for forgiveness, and said that if he were to live, that he would go and testify. He would follow his command that God had asked him in the first place. When he was inside of the fish's belly for 3 days and 3 nights, then letting him be spit out of the fish, that's actually a miracle of him having a second chance. God gave him a second chance even though he sinned. So if you've ever committed a sin, everybody raise your hand, then God will give you a second chance. He is slow to anger. He does not want to just punish everybody and hurt everybody and not give anyone another chance. He is he is gentle, he is slow to anger, and he is compassionate. The place that Jonah was called to go to and to tell that they were going to be destroyed because they hadn't listened to God, Jonah was sent by God there to tell them that they were going to be destroyed because they had not listened to God or been obedient to him. And then God actually changed his mind. He gave them a second chance and let over 120,000 people live because they repented and they changed their ways. And they were like, we're going to be obedient to you, God. You do not have to destroy us. We will live for you. We will follow your rules because we see that you are powerful and you are good. And then the story turns out that Jonah ends up bitter and angry and cold because he's mad that God made him go there and tell them something that he did not stand his ground, that he ended up changing his mind, which made Jonah feel embarrassed and ashamed that he would make him go there because he knew that God was a kind and compassionate God, and he knew God wasn't going to destroy 120,000 people out of anger, but he did it anyways because that's what God asked him to do. And then Jonah was angry. He was angry. So then he went and sat in the desert. And God, he wanted to teach him something. So God actually put up a tree beside him and made this plant grow overnight to give him shade. And then Jonah was so happy because this shaded him and was taking care of him and he wasn't as hot. Well, God also sent the next day a worm to eat the plant. After the plant was gone, then Jonah was angry and he was bitter and he was mad because God had taken that away from him. And he said, why are you so angry? And he said, I'm so angry and bitter. And God said, do you not think should be more worried about the 120,000 people that have decided to obey me and not destroy them than this tree? Why are you so angry? I give second chances because I'm kind, because I'm compassionate, and because I'm loving. So if someone's ever told you that our God is mean and he will attack you and he will never give you a second chance and that you're damned for hell, I'm here to tell you that that's not our God. Our God is kind. He is gentle. He is soft. He is slow to anger. He does not want to destroy anybody. He wants everyone to live. All we need to do is follow his ways and repent and surrender and let him know that we trust him and we love him and we want to live for him, and stop idolizing everything in this world. And we love him, and we just need to show him that we love him and we see his kindness and that he's gentle and he's so good.